Across Australia's vast and rugged landscapes, a formidable military force is on the move, stretching as far as the eye can see. The sheer scale of this mobilization is both impressive and unprecedented, capturing the attention of observers around the world. Tens of thousands of soldiers, sailors, and Air Force personnel are working together, not in war, but in preparation for one. Their mission: to train, coordinate, and strengthen bonds that could prove vital in times of crisis. This is Exercise Talisman Sabre 2025, the largest and most ambitious military training event ever held in Australia. Fighter jets roar overhead, performing complex maneuvers that showcase both skill and technological prowess. Warships slice through the seas in perfect formation, their presence a reminder of the power and reach of modern navies. On land, tanks and armored vehicles rumble across the ground, kicking up clouds of dust as they simulate real combat scenarios. The exercise is a spectacle of modern warfare, designed to test skills, build alliances, and send a powerful message to the world about collective strength and preparedness. This year, more countries are participating than ever before, bringing advanced technology, elite troops, and new perspectives to the field. The event spans land, sea, air, and cyberspace, making Australia a global stage for military cooperation and innovation. Cyber teams work alongside traditional forces, reflecting the changing nature of modern conflict. The goal: ensure allied forces can operate seamlessly in a crisis, coordinating across languages, cultures, and technologies. Talisman Sabre is more than a drill. It's a demonstration of unity, resolve, and the shared commitment to peace and stability in an uncertain world. The scale is a direct response to the shifting security environment in the Indo-Pacific, where new challenges and opportunities are constantly emerging. It's about building trust, enhancing readiness, and forging partnerships among nations with a shared vision for a free and open region. Over the coming weeks, we'll explore the history, strategy, and global impact of Talisman Sabre 2025 and what it means for the future of international security. Exercise Talisman Sabre is a massive biennial military training event, bringing together thousands of military personnel, vehicles, and advanced technology from around the world. It is co-led by Australia and the United States, two nations with a long history of military partnership and shared security interests. The core purpose of Talisman Sabre is to improve interoperability, ensuring that allied forces can communicate, strategize, and fight side by side, seamlessly integrating their efforts in complex scenarios. The exercise began in 2005, evolving from smaller, more limited drills into a major multinational event that now includes participants from several allied nations. The name itself is symbolic, combining talisman for protection and saber for military strength and readiness to defend. Today, Talisman Sabre simulates high-intensity conflict, testing everything from land battles and naval warfare to air combat and amphibious landings, pushing troops to their limits in realistic scenarios. The scenarios are fictional, but designed to be as realistic as possible, challenging participants to adapt quickly and think on their feet. In recent years, new domains have been added: space operations and cyberspace, reflecting the growing complexity and interconnectedness of modern conflict, where threats can come from anywhere. Talisman Sabre is a rare opportunity for troops to practice large-scale, combined arms operations, coordinating across land, sea, air, and now digital domains. Participants learn to work with different equipment, tactics, and technologies, gaining hands-on experience with unfamiliar systems. They also share cultures, building not just technical skills but also trust, camaraderie, and mutual respect. These relationships are vital. In a real crisis, these are the people who must rely on each other, often in high-pressure situations. The exercise ensures that when called to act together, allied forces are ready to respond quickly and effectively. It's a test of alliances, strategy, and the ongoing quest for peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific region, an area of increasing global importance. Talisman Sabre is not just about war games, it's about preparing for the unpredictable, training for challenges that may arise in the future. The stakes are high, and the lessons learned are invaluable, shaping the readiness and resilience of allied forces for years to come. Talisman Sabre 2025 is not just a military exercise, it's a global gathering led by Australia and the United States, who serve as the primary hosts and organizers. But this event is much bigger than just two nations. Over a dozen countries from around the world are joining forces, making it a truly international affair. Key participants include Japan, South Korea, the United Kingdom, Canada, New Zealand, France, Germany, Indonesia, and several Pacific Island nations, each bringing their own unique expertise and capabilities to the table. Some countries contribute troops, ships, and aircraft, actively taking part in the drills, while others send military observers to watch, learn, and share best practices. The exercise features spectacular amphibious landings on rugged coastlines, intense live-fire drills, and dramatic mock air battles that test pilots and ground crews alike. At sea, powerful warships, including aircraft carriers and submarines, work together to practice defending vital sea lanes and responding to maritime threats. On land, troops train for a range of scenarios, from urban combat in simulated villages to jungle warfare and challenging special forces missions under the cover of darkness. Inside command centers, officers coordinate these complex operations, testing their decision-making skills and ability to adapt under intense pressure. Cyber and space teams are also on the front lines, defending against simulated attacks on digital networks and satellites, highlighting the importance of technology in modern warfare. Behind the scenes, logistics experts keep the entire force supplied and mobile. Fuel, food, and ammunition are as critical to success as any weapon system. Talisman Sabre is designed to test the full spectrum of military readiness, from physical fitness and equipment checks to rapid deployment and teamwork. It's a showcase of multinational cooperation, trust, and the evolving face of modern warfare in the 21st century. Every drill is carefully crafted to push the limits of coordination, communication, and capability, ensuring that all participants are ready for any challenge. Talisman Sabre 2025 marks a leap in scale and complexity. Over 40,000 personnel are participating, the largest contingent ever. This reflects a growing consensus on the need for collective security in a turbulent world. The exercise now integrates cutting-edge technology, AI, drones, and hypersonic weapons. These tools are tested alongside traditional forces, challenging nations to make their systems work together. The geographic scope has expanded, with drills across Australia's vast terrain. This tests the ability to operate over long distances and in diverse environments. Scenarios are more demanding, forcing commanders to handle multiple threats: conventional attacks, cyber warfare, and humanitarian crises. The exercise mirrors the reality of modern hybrid warfare. Australia's role as a strategic base is on full display. Talisman Sabre 2025 is not just bigger, it's smarter, more relevant, and more challenging than ever. It's a blueprint for future allied operations in the Indo-Pacific. Talisman Sabre's scale is shaped by the region's shifting geopolitics, especially China's rise. Officially, the exercise isn't aimed at any one nation, but China's military modernization and assertiveness are key factors. Australia and its allies see Talisman Sabre as a show of unity and deterrence, a message that aggression will meet a coordinated response. China views these drills with suspicion, calling them provocative and destabilizing. Chinese surveillance ships often monitor the exercise, adding tension and complexity. This dynamic creates a security dilemma. Preparations for peace can be seen as threats, fueling mistrust. Talisman Sabre is a balancing act, deterring conflict while trying not to provoke it. The hope is that strength and cooperation will ultimately support peace and stability in the region. For participating nations, Talisman Sabre is a triumph of cooperation. Soldiers from different countries build trust, learning to rely on each other in crisis. The exercise strengthens alliances and ensures rapid, unified responses to threats or disasters. But controversy exists. Critics argue these war games escalate tensions and risk provoking conflict. Peace activists protest, questioning the cost and calling for investment in health, education, or climate action instead. Environmental concerns are real. Live fire drills and landings can impact fragile ecosystems. The Defense Force works to minimize harm, but worries about wildlife and noise persist. These debates highlight the trade-offs between security, diplomacy, and environmental stewardship. Talisman Sabre is both a symbol of unity and a source of national debate. Orchestrating Talisman Sabre is a logistical feat. Thousands of flights and ships bring troops and equipment from around the world. Once in Australia, forces must be moved, supplied, and housed across vast distances. Planners prepare for every contingency, weather, technical failures, and more. Security is paramount. With so much advanced hardware in one place, the risk of espionage is high. Non-participating nations, especially China, often monitor the drills closely. Forces must protect sensitive tactics while achieving training goals. Safety is critical. Tragic accidents in past exercises have led to stricter procedures. Public engagement is essential. The military works to explain the exercise and minimize disruption to communities. Protests are managed respectfully, balancing free speech with security. Every aspect requires careful coordination and constant vigilance. Talisman Sabre is as much about overcoming real-world challenges as it is about military drills. For Australia, Talisman Sabre is a cornerstone of defense policy and alliance with the US. Hosting the exercise demonstrates Australia's growing military capability and strategic importance. For allies, it's a chance to practice operating in the Indo-Pacific's vast geography and to strengthen coalition ties. The exercise is a powerful deterrent, showing that aggression will meet a united, capable response. It's fundamentally defensive, aimed at preserving peace by making conflict unattractive. Talisman Sabre also builds diplomatic bridges, bringing together nations with a shared interest in regional stability. The presence of European and regional partners signals that Indo-Pacific security is a global concern. The exercise forges a coalition committed to upholding international law and order. As the exercise ends, a question remains. Do massive war games like Talisman Sabre keep the peace, or raise the risk of conflict? Supporters argue that strength deters aggression and prepares nations for crisis. Critics warn that such displays can fuel arms races and overshadow diplomacy. The truth is complex. Security often requires both readiness and restraint. Talisman Sabre reflects today's uncertain world, a display of cooperation, but also a response to real threats. Whether it deters war or heightens rivalry is a question only history can answer. As we watch these grand maneuvers, we're reminded that peace demands both vigilance and wisdom. The future will be shaped by how nations balance preparation with the pursuit of peace.